Hi, welcome. Today's pattern I'm going to tie is a Zonker pattern. As the natural flies and insects start to die away with winter, the fish, trout tend to chase lures more, so this is a Zonker pattern. I'm going to call it the Flaming Rabbit. Just obviously the head looks a bit like flames, so we use rabbit's fur to get that effect. So we'll start tying. The hook I'm going to put in a vise is a Hammock size 8 230 BL. You can tie them as big or small as you want. I'm going to put on the hook an orange 3.8 fluoro bead, so to give it a bit of weight. We're going to be using white rabbit strip for the tail portion of that, and for the front end, this is a coloured rabbit strip, yellow and red tips. But what I've done with the front part, I've actually used a neon Sharpie pen and actually done the fibres so it looks more like flames. I'm going to take a portion of this and wrap it round, take the hide off, make a double loop and wrap it round to give the effect. So the thread I'm going to use is fluor orange. This is a 12-0, but I suppose it doesn't make any difference what you're going to use. So we'll start behind the bead. Just get some thread on, and then I'm going to go down to where the barb would be if it was a barb tooth, but it's unbarbless, this one. So we just need to, doesn't have to be touching turns or anything, because we're going to cover it over. Now what I'm going to put in just at the bend here is a bit of, it's quite stiff, this is Crystal Flash, but it's quite stiff, this one. It's quite thick, and I'm using that for a reason. I take a small portion and double it over, and then put it on the top of the shank to the bend. And then I'm going to fold this over again, so basically you've got 4 bits of that. Just make sure it's wrapped down. And what this does, take it around the bottom a couple of times, this gives it a bit of flash underneath the white rabbit tail, but it also, if you cut it there, it stops the tail wrapping round onto the hook, so it doesn't foul up basically. So we'll take a bit of a rabbit strip. I've took the front end off, so I'm just going to tie it into the front, snip it off. Tied in. And then bind it in. Just get it all tied down. This is only going to get covered, but it's just nice to have the orange. If the other rabbit does open up as it's moving, it's nice to have the bright orange underneath. So what we're going to do now is make a double loop. And then round a couple of times. And then we're going to put that on there. Use the tried and trusted sinker with a clip on to make the spinning tool. Now what we're going to do is, if you've got a Mark Petitjean tool, you can use that, but a lot of people haven't got it. So what I'm going to do, I've got one, but I'll show you how you can actually do it with just you can buy a clear clip. Now what you're going to do is just take the rabbit strip and put it in like that, hold it like that, Get a large set of scissors, cut that off there, like so, and then we want that thick hide took off because we don't want all that bulk when we're wrapping it in. So that's what we've got now. So what we can do, spin that tool slightly, open your thread up, put your double loop into there, spin it a couple of times, and then take it to the edge of the rabbit strip. And then it starts to spin. So what we'll do now is turn that slightly so it doesn't catch the vise, and then just spin it. Now, once we've got it spun, we can use a brush and we can brush it out like so. Just get any of the thick bits out. Just brush it out. Right. And what we're going to do here is when we go around, we're going to take it over towards the back, and as we go we'll wet it and pull it all across to one side. So as you turn it around, each turn, brush it back, and then keep brushing it back each time. One more, and then we can take that, pull it back, take it over the top, catch it in, and then we can snip that bit off. And then tidy the head up. Screw it in. Then get a bit of varnish on my thread. Finish it off. Tie that off, and what we can do, we can brush the fur. When you're fishing this, you've got a lot of movement from the tail and a lot of movement from the fur at the front as well. So there you have it. A flaming rabbit. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and check all the other videos I've done. Muchly appreciated. Thanks very much now. Cheers.